Look, Trudy here from This Chick Means Business, and today I want to share with you, if you're looking to move out of startup, here's a big mistake that a lot of people make, and this is what you can do to avoid it. Now, I remember when I started this business, moving out of youth work and into working with adults, and I was doing coursework and teaching people how to extract their ideal course out of their heads and build a course that was going to really land with their ideal market. And I was doing that, and I was very focused on the one-on-one, and I was starting to get some real traction with it. But then I got sold on the idea of going boom, straight into creating a big course that I sold to many and moving from startup, small, one-on-one, straight into big, massive launches and selling lots of courses. Now, in theory, that works well. And look, for some people, it is going to work. But here's the step that I missed, and I had to go back and scramble around to play catch up. And the step that I missed was my systems, creating content, creating list growth, and then going into launch. So moving from that space, from one-on-one straight into big, massive launches, I found that I actually really struggled, and I had to scramble to find clients because I hadn't built a list and I wasn't nurturing that list because it didn't exist, right? So I also found that over the last 12 months, I didn't have the systems to support the growth. Now, I wasn't using online booking systems. I didn't have a really good system for organizing my tasks. I didn't have a way to really track very well the people that were coming in, referrals, one-on-one sessions, and I wasn't able to really manage that. So this time last year, I had 2 killer months. They were just like, boom, exploded. But then everything fell apart. And that's because I didn't have the systems and I was scrambling in launches. I didn't have a list and I didn't have a strategy in place to grow that. So I went from startup to massive launch phase and everything fell apart. And I see this a lot with a lot of people. They do a few one-on-ones, they get a little consistent there, it's kind of going good, and then it's boom, massive launches, and then everything falls apart. So if you're in the space where you've got consistent one-on-ones, but you don't want to rely purely on referrals to keep getting one-on-ones, and this is something else that pops up a lot. We just want our customers, our clients to tell everyone and send everyone, but it doesn't always work that way, unfortunately. It'd be nice. So if you're in this space where you've got lots of, or even consistent one-on-ones, and you're thinking, what's my next step to grow my business? Please don't rush into launching online programs. Have a look first. Are you set up to manage more than 10, 12 clients, to be able to track their work, to be able to support them, to be able to book, manage the money? Have you got the systems in place, and are you working towards growing your list? Now, I did a live on this yesterday about the importance of having a really solid content strategy in place. Now, I learned the hard way. I had to go back after doing some really good launches and then having a launch that absolutely fell on its ass, excuse the language, but it did, having to go back and review and refine all of my systems and go back to the basics, which was building a list which I could nurture. So when I go into launches again, I have an audience that already knows me, trusts me, and is ready to work with me. So if you think that you're ready for that step to move from one-on-one, and you're wanting to grow a sustainable business and you're wanting to put systems and content strategies and have everything in place to be able to go after the big launches, let's talk, because the Beyond Startup Mastermind is happening in August. So we've got 6 weeks before we start. In this mastermind, I'll work with you in both one-on-one and in a mastermind format to be able to get all of this set up so you can be successful when you go into those bigger launches. It is application only. I want to make sure we get the right people in the right masterminds and everything's working well for maximum accountability, growth, and sustainability. So if you're curious, if you've wondered if a mastermind is for you, and if you're curious to wonder what it's like to work with me one-on-one, and to get yourself more visible and out there, let's talk. I'll post the comment in the links below. But whether you work with me or someone else, please keep it in mind. Before you go for the big launch, do you have the systems and the processes set up to support the growth? Because that's the biggest step that so many people in their businesses, especially in the first 6 to 12 months, miss. So keep it in mind. Any questions, post below. If you want an application, the link will go below as well into the comment section. Let's talk. Let's save you the scramble of what I went through and what so many other business owners do. Let's get you set up for success and have a great day.